Hi everyone, welcome to Helical Insight training videos.
In this video, we will give a quick overview of the Adhoc reporting module and its key features. It uses a simple drag and drop interface, allowing you to create reports quickly and effectively with minimal effort. This is the home page of the application. Click on the ribbon icon, which is right to the home button, and click on the reports. This is the Adhoc reporting module. Left side we can see grid icon. If we click here, it navigates to the file browser and we can select the metadata by navigating into the folder where we saved the metadata. We can double click or we can right click and use this metadata. We can expand tables and see the columns, and we can drag and drop these fields into the report pane. Here we have columns and rows section, and this is the visualization section. Here we can see many visualization options. To drag these fields into canvas, either we can double click on it or we can drag and drop into the pane, or we can right click and add to rows or columns wherever we would like to. After dragging the fields into report pane, we can click on generate. By default it generates the tabular visualization. Here we can see many visualization options: grid chart, maps, table, crosstab, grid table, card widget, and VF or custom visualization framework. So grid charts will allow multiple dimensions, whereas chart allows one dimension and one measure. If we have data of geographic, we can create maps. This is the table, and crosstab and grid table work similar. Card widget works with single measure. Apart from the default visualization, if you would like to integrate some custom visualization, here we can write some simple JavaScript code and we can generate the visualizations. So these are the different categories of visualizations which we support. When we drag the fields, so based on the fields we dragged, these visualizations will be enabled, whatever are applicable to generate. If we right click on three dots, here we can see different options: filters, operations, SQL, settings, marks, properties. Let me explain this quickly. Filters, we can drag fields into the filter pane to add the filters. Here we can have different conditions for the filters. So based on the data type, these conditions will change. If we use date filter, we can use date picker or date range picker. And operations, we can inject custom JavaScript code or CSS for advanced customization options. Here we can see SQL. Here we can see the generated SQL based on the fields which we have dragged and drop and functions applied. Settings, here we can limit the data by changing this number. This is the limit, and if you want to make it full, we can make it full. Here change metadata. In some cases, if the metadata is corrupted, we can switch the report metadata by creating a new metadata. And marks will allow advanced customization options. So we can drag fields into color, label, tooltip, and we can customize the charts. The marks options will change based on the different visualization options. And properties. So by default, charts or visualization generate with some default properties, and on top of that we can apply further properties to customize those. So here we can see different properties belongs to different category of visualizations. Few are belongs to charts, few are belongs to table, and some are generic properties. Color, format, title, subtitle, these are generic properties. And there are specific properties also. Let me apply some format. So here we can define the format, how we want this number. Would like to add some prefix to this and need this value in thousands. Then click on apply. So here we can see on top of the default visualization we can apply properties to further customize. So here we can see different options for the columns. Clear, if we do, it clears everything. Custom column, we can add custom columns to add some custom calculations like calculating percentages and dividing one column with another. So this kind of custom calculations we can do here. And in case if we hide the fields, we can show hidden columns and we can swap. So this will interchange the fields. On top of the field, we can click on the field and we can see different options. From here also we can add filter. We can do fetch and hide. We can apply aggregation functions and we can apply functions, DB functions, to transform the data as we need it. Suppose I would like to apply upper, we can type that field and we can see the description of the function. So this way we can apply function and same thing will reflect in the SQL. So here this blue color indicates it is a text or date field, green color indicates it is a numeric field. On this by default we apply sum, on text field by default we apply group by. We show aggregated data. So on top band we can see many options. Here using this we can write the report. Using this we can save or save as the report. And here we can say export options, CSV or Excel. This is cache refresh option. It fetches the data from the database. And share, we can share this report with users. And shell layout, we can disable or enable different shelves. Preview, we can see the preview of the report and full screen mode. This is undo read. While working with report, if we want to undo or redo, we can use shortcuts or these icons. Tutorial, if we click on tutorial, it gives the information of different sections available on the reporting module. If we click on help, it navigates to the learn section. From here we can see the documentation for all the modules. So if you want to read Adhoc documentation, here we can see report interface version 5.2 onwards. Here we can see documentation for each and every visualization and customization has been covered in detail. And we have video tutorial also. If you go to video tutorials and Adhoc interface, and we can see video documentation for all of this. Notification, if any errors or any notifications are there, it shows here. This is logout option. In marks, we will have interactivity. We can apply drill down and drill through, and we have measure option also, which can be used to transport the data and create visualizations. So this is the overall overview of the Adhoc reporting module. One more thing I would like to cover is VF option. We can generate custom visualization with basic JavaScript knowledge, and we support entity visualization, entity 1.4.2, and here we can integrate any of these visualization in Helical. This is one of the powerful option to integrate custom reports. So this is complete overview of the Adhoc interface. Hope you are clear with this. Thank you for watching.
Congratulations, you're one step closer in becoming Helical Insight expert.